that for me?
It's running.
Okay. Hi, Phil. My name is Wendy. I'm
Hi.
case manager here at Hometown Health. Thank you for coming in to see us today. I know that you filled out some paperwork when you first came in, and they went over it with you up front, but do you mind if I touch base on a few things with you as well?
Oh, thank you. No, not at all.
Okay. I know you went over what's our informed consent paperwork and a few things. You went over your client's rights. And one of the most important things is I want you to know that you do have a right to your confidentiality, but we go within the limits provided by the law, so all records, information, and anything that you talk about is kept strictly confidential in accordance with the law and the principles of client-patient confidentiality. But your safety and the safety of others is right there where, we kind of are at the limits as long as you're nothing of you being, unsafe. And that's when we talk about emergency situations. If there's an emergency or anything that happens outside of our normal business hours, we want you to please know to call 911 or whatever emergency services are available in your community. You can always call Crisis and Counseling, and their number is 624-3448. And you can always go immediately to your nearest emergency room. Okay. And then anything that's brought up, in a conversation that could be anything of harm to yourself or others, we do have to report anything like that that comes up, and that's just keeping everybody safe. And then we do have also a few things here as well that I know that you signed off on. You did sign off on understanding that we are an out-of-pocket only agency, which means we don't take insurance, but you get billed a certain amount at each part of your visits, and you pay there, but we do give you an itemized bill with the proper coding, and you can present that to your insurance company, and most will give you a reimbursement of whatever your policy is. Good. And then the notice of privacy and practice and clients' rights, we are HIPAA compliant. We only contact you in the way that you choose to be contacted, meaning whatever phone number you want us to call you at and the way you want it, whether it's a phone call or text, and you get permission for it. And we will only give information to any other person or provider if you sign a release of information. So we do also do that. And the other thing is our no-show policy. You have to call within 2 days to reschedule an appointment. If you miss more than 3 appointments without calling, then you'll be dropped from the practice. And a 20-minute late is considered a no-show because then it runs into somebody else's appointment. I get that. I understand. So, and I know that you signed off on all of that.
Excuse me.
The other thing here is on today's visit, you did check. It says the items that you believe are affecting you and the reason for your visit. And I see that you did sign work or career concerns, and that's what brings you in today. So what are the reasons you are needing our services today, Phil?
Well, the employer that I've been with for a long time. I've been with them for over 20 years. Excuse me. And they're cutting back on our benefits, and I'm worried that they're going to mess with my health insurance.
So that can be really, frightening and discouraging. I do apologize if you hear dogs in the background. We do train service dogs here. Oh. So we do have that program going on today in the background, in the back room and stuff. So, anyway, so good. So yes, that's one of the things that you need to see them walking around a little bit. So this is,
there's one
this is one of our service dogs.
Hi.
This is Arlo. Yeah, Arlo. I do. He works
nice to meet you.
He works with deployed active duty service members, so he's a puppy. He's just being trained.
Good boy.
So, have you looked into any other options or opportunities for healthcare benefits at all?
Yeah, I've looked into a few, but I just don't know where to even begin with the list I have. My benefits are really good.
Yeah.
And I worry that I won't have anything close to what I have, and if I do find something, I won't be able to afford it.
Right. So it's really good that you've made a list of your options, and that's being very proactive. I understand that must be very overwhelming and also disappointing after all these years of time given. Definitely. And having that, with cost cuts and stuff like that, it can be very, I'm sure overwhelming for the company too, and them trying to do their best to not cut jobs and where they can kind of save the money and what they can do. So what I'm hearing is that you're concerned that your employer who you've been with for 20 plus years might be cutting your health care benefits, and you're not sure how to get set up for health care benefits in a different way, but that you have made a list of other options and other ways to get health care benefits, and where to look into that. So I think that's a really great start. So I think that what we can do is take that list at your next visit and start making a plan of action of which ones to start looking into and how to look into them and where to go. So at our next visit, we'll start putting them into a pro and con and it's kind of like a plan of action of who to call and what to do and list of what's the best way to go about going into that and where are the best options and kind of what are the questions you want to have to look into for them. So that'll be what we'll do at our next visit, okay? So we'll set that up. When you check out, make your appointment for the next one, and we'll kind of start going down that road, okay?
That sounds great.
Okay, great. It was great that you came in today. Thank you very much.
Very nice to meet you. Thank you.
You as well.